Do you ever watch old footage of yourself and say, "Oh, you were so naive, you had no idea what you were getting into"? Well, that's what I think when I watch videos of myself from 2021 after we bought this fixer-upper home.
We're going to tackle this piece by piece.
Take all the lessons learned from our first remodel, all the good and the bad, because that was our experimentation home, and apply that to this house.
Little did I know that none of the lessons learned from our previous renovation would apply to this house. We had a brand new set of problems that required us to learn new skills. We started our renovation in the master bathroom, where we demolished walls, changed the layout of the space, relocated the lights, outlets and plumbing, and laid tile. I'll make a separate video on that renovation. A couple of months ago, we started working on our living room. I was going to prime and paint the wood paneling, patch some screw holes, remove the old carpet and lay down new flooring. That's it. But like with most home renovation work, things didn't go according to plan. We found massive, disgusting termite damage behind the wood paneling. The insects had eaten through the drywall paper, the insulation paper and the wood. After the initial shock, I spent 30 minutes just sitting in silence, feeling cheated because I thought the house was in good condition, but I had no idea what was lurking behind the walls. It's frustrating to pay hundreds of thousands of dollars on a damaged house. I've been told that 25% of homes in Texas have termites. Termite damage costs homeowners in the state around $500 million annually. The only upside was that we didn't find any live termites. The house had been treated 10 years ago and the termite nests were dried out and inactive. Well, we came up with a new strategy, got into work mode, and spent the next 4 weeks ripping everything out and building our living room back. We removed all the wood trim, paneling, ceiling beams, and crown molding piece by piece. Then we pulled off all the drywall. This part was messy because the termites had eaten the paper on both sides of the gypsum, so it crumbled into dust as we removed it. Pulling out hundreds of nails from the studs, base, and top plates was another tedious but necessary task. While most of the drywall was completely damaged and unsalvageable, the area on the other side of our fireplace was in surprisingly good condition. The termites had consumed the drywall and wood paneling and ignored most of the studs. We replaced the wood under our sliding door, some of the studs and also the blocking, but we decided to leave the rest as is. You can crucify me for that decision in the comments, but the walls are structurally sound, we cleaned out all the nests, and we didn't find termite damage anywhere else, including the attic. It was time to build the walls back. We used R15 Rockwool comfort batt insulation that friction fits into the stud bays. Over the next couple of weeks, we hung new drywall and sanded, textured, and painted it. We surprised ourselves with how even and clean the walls turned out, even though the process of mudding and texturing was very messy. Some people might say that we stripped the space of all character. Removing the wood paneling, the trim, and the beams made it look clinical. I was hoping to preserve the character and paint the paneling, but the termite damage was so repulsive, I had no desire to scrape the wood and put it back up. I would rather have clean drywall than disgusting damaged paneling for the sake of appearances. In a way, I'm glad that this home wasn't flipped because others might have ignored the termite issue, spray painted everything, and hiked the price up. I reused the trim and the crown molding because they weren't damaged. We also removed our filthy, dusty carpet that was soaked in drywall mud and replaced it with luxury vinyl plank flooring. We managed to complete all the work by Christmas. The experience dealing with termite damage was frustrating, expensive, and exhausting, but it made me realize the importance of termite prevention systems. They are not a foolproof solution, but they reduce the likelihood of termites in your home. The first and easiest thing to do is to install termite bait stations around the perimeter of your home. I made a video on this last year. After checking the ground with a probe to see if there are any pipes or wires running underneath, a hole is drilled and a station is placed in the ground. Another prevention method is to remove any wood outside your home. Planks are an easy source of food for termites and will attract them to your foundation. You can also get liquid termiticide pumped into the soil around your home. A telltale sign of this treatment is concrete plugs every 12 inches. When you are buying an older home, look out for small holes, mud or dirt piles, or even loose paneling that flexes. Before we bought this house, I noticed that the wood paneling flexed. I pointed it out to our inspector, but he said it was due to movement from foundation work. Before we end this video with some advice for people buying older homes, I'd like to introduce our sponsor, Insulation for US. They are the largest US online retailer for insulation products. They ship nationwide with over 800 locations in their huge distribution network. Insulation for US is cheaper than big box retailers, and they offer a $60 flat shipping fee on 80% of all products. Brands such as Owens Corning, Rockwool, Hunter Panels, Armax, Kingspan, Handy Foam Spray Foam, Bubble Wrap and more are available online to purchase today and to be delivered directly to your job site. Use promo code Belinda5 to receive an additional 5% discount of your next order with insulationforus.com. A while back, I made a video on why we should avoid painting bathtubs. I remember calling that experience Hell Week. Well, dealing with termite damage was Hell Month. I've learned a lot from renovating houses and the hands-on experience has been invaluable. However, if you're buying a fixer-upper, just know that it's not all rainbows and unicorns. You will face many unforeseen issues and setbacks. Luckily, there are forums and social media outlets like YouTube to help you deal with issues and learn from other people's mistakes. One thing's for sure, I am never going to say that an old home has good bones ever again. Let me know if you've dealt with termite damage in your home in the comments below. Also check out my video on painting bathtubs. I'll link it in the description and up here. I'll also link my Patreon page in the description. If you can support me, I'd really appreciate it. A big thank you to everyone already supporting me. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe button and the notification bell too. Thanks for watching. See ya.